Hey, it's Destiny back with another video, and you're watching the Decimania channel on YouTube. And today is the 6th episode of Wrestle World Wednesday. I can't believe I've been doing this for 6 weeks. This is the 6th episode of this series, or podcast, or whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to call it a series. It's not really a podcast, because it's not in podcast form, and I don't know how to make podcasts yet. But when I do figure that out, it'll hopefully eventually become a podcast. So, we'll see. Got a couple things to talk about today. We got Ric Flair signs a long-term deal with AEW. MJF breaks the record for longest reigning AEW World Heavyweight Champion. And we're going to talk some about Survivor Series and where I think it could be headed, and talk about what we saw on Raw this past week. So, we'll see what happens there. First, we'll talk about MJF, but before we do, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit that like button if you would for me, please, and share the video. Share the channel. Share other videos I've done, please. And this is something I actually forgot to mention last week. MJF broke Kenny Omega's record on Halloween last week for being the longest reigning AEW World Heavyweight Champion. So, congrats to him. Kenny Omega was the champion before that had the longest reign, and then MJF broke it. And we'll be facing Jay White at Forbidden Door. Full Gear in later this month. Forget when that is, but we'll see. I just woke up a kitten. She was sleeping. Oh, now she's awake. Say hi, Squeaky. Hi, Squeakers. Say hi. I think she wants to go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Oh, yep, she went right back to sleep. She's a sleeper. She loves this new mattress. Anyway, back to this. I don't have much to say about this, really, other than congratulations to MJF. He deserves it. And, she's gonna climb up in my lap while I do the stream. So, this is where I have issues. I'm going to talk about Ric Flair next. Ric Flair has signed a multiyear deal with AEW to sponsor his Woo energy drink. It's going to be stocked in the wrestlers' locker rooms, apparently, and it's going to be on the announce desks and all that stuff. So, Ric Flair wants to take bumps, apparently. It's not the end of the world if Tony Khan signs Ric Flair. It's not the end of the world. It really isn't. Okay? CM Punk brought more to that company, even if he was a little bit of was difficult to be around backstage at some points. Ric Flair can only bring his name. That's all he can bring. And yeah, his stuff with Sting. But I don't want to see Ric Flair taking bumps. I talked about this. when he debuted, I was like, look, I want to see this. Ric Flair's, 73? 74? Something like that? 73, I believe. No. Wait. No, he is, let's see. He was born in 1949. He turned 70 in 2019. So, hang on, I'm doing the math. Yeah, Ric Flair's 74 years old. Ric Flair is 74 years old. He does not need to be taking bumps. I get it. And people are going to be like, but Terry Funk did. Okay. Ric Flair's not Terry Funk. Ric Flair, from a wrestling standpoint, as far as physical standpoint and what he was doing up until a couple years ago, I'm talking about Terry Funk. Terry Funk is at least respected by more people. I mean, I'm not saying I don't respect Ric Flair. I do. But I don't want to see him get back in the ring. Yeah, I get it. Terry Funk, he also retired a couple times too and came back. But you know what? I'm pretty sure Terry Funk didn't have a freaking pacemaker in his chest. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to wrestle. Ric Flair does. Triple H, who is in his 50s, has one of them in his chest. Can never wrestle again. And then there are guys, it just depends. You know? Sting, he's going to be 65. He's still wrestling. He's going to wrap it up next year. At least that's what he says. Jericho's in his 50s. Dreamer, Tommy Dreamer, he's in his 50s. Edge just turned 50. They're still going. CM Punk is in his 40s, and I don't think CM Punk's done yet. Punk's still got a couple years on him, if he just uses them wisely. I don't think Punk's done yet, but Flair needs to be done. It's fine if they want to sign him to a multi-year deal to sponsor his energy drink, but at the same time, what's it really going to do? I mean, yeah, Ric Flair's a name you could bring in. What can you do with him, though? Like, is he really going to be that insistent on taking bumps? Because if not, then I don't see what you do with them. I mean, I guess he could be a manager as long as he didn't take any bumps. You know, have him do one of those storylines where have him do what Taz did. Taz, when he was in Aces and Eights, had this thing on his contract that says, nobody can touch me. Because of his neck. But, I don't know. Anyway, enough with Ric Flair. I mean, I hope he does good in AEW, but I don't want to see him get hurt. I'm concerned about Ric Flair's health. More than anything. Let's talk about the potential of NWA losing their TV deal with the CW because NXT will be moving to the CW network next October. It's a big deal. But I don't know. Not much to say about that. Let's talk about Survivor Series. and what we saw on Raw. Survivor Series is 3 weeks from this Saturday. Wait. No, I think it's 2 weeks from this Saturday. Never mind. We got 3 more Raws, 3 more SmackDowns before Survivor Series. We already know 3 matches on the card. That's good. I loved the episode of Raw from Monday. So, Rhea Ripley will be defending her Women's Championship, her World Women's Championship against Zoe Stark. This was determined in a number 1 contenders Women's Battle Royal. But, Gunther will be defending his title against The Miz. I'm just telling you now, the babyface Miz doesn't really work that well. I said this on Saturday when I did my Crown Jewel predictions. Or review. But I don't think Miz works that great as a babyface. There's some people that work better as a face, some people that work better as a heel. Some people can do both, no problem. Like, let's see. Triple H can be a good babyface, be a good heel. Bully Ray, CM Punk. Although Punk, I don't know what he's better at. He's good at doing both, really. Really good as a heel, though. I wish we could have seen heel CM Punk in AEW, but maybe that's what we'll get if he comes back to WWE. Maybe he'll come back as a heel. Kind of like that. And then the men's War Games match will be taking place. So, there's still time to add a 5th member to each team. We'll speculate more on that when predictions come around in a couple weeks. But so far, right now it is Judgment Day, consisting of JD McDonough, Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest, taking on Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and the World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins. Now, we kind of thought this was going to be a Bloodline and Judgment Day reunion thing, or not reunion, but like collaboration, whatever you want to call that. But I think Drew McIntyre could be joining Judgment Day's team. Not going to be joining Judgment Day, but he's going to join them for War Games. He's going to be on the opposite side. He's going to be on the heel side this year. And I think it's going to be Randy Orton that comes back and joins the babyfaces. Or he comes back during whatever the Bloodline do at Survivor Series. Because we know Roman's not going to be there probably. Most likely, it's probably going to be Jimmy and Solo taking on like LA Knight and maybe AJ Styles or something. That's what I could see happening. But maybe it could be Brock Lesnar. Could be, I don't know. we'll talk about that more when the time comes. But for now, those are the matches we have. So if they're doing a women's War Games match, then fine. If they're doing a 5-on-5 Team Aldous versus Team Pierce for brand supremacy, that's fine too. I wouldn't mind seeing at least one of those matches. I don't like the whole show being Raw versus SmackDown. Like, it's kind of stupid. Survivor Series is not bragging rights, but I wouldn't mind seeing one of those matches. Like they used to do it back in the day. Like, I think it was Randy Orton that was the sole survivor for the SmackDown team in 2005, I believe. I don't know. I'm going to go back and watch some old Survivor Series later on this month. I might review a couple in the next coming weeks, so stay tuned. I might do a couple classic Survivor Series reviews. But we'll see. Hey, Squeaker. Oh, look at this kitty cat. Her sister's over there playing. And, yep, she just went back to sleep. She's a sleepy kitty. She likes laying in my lap. Can't get too attached to her, though, because I gotta give her up in a couple weeks. But, no, that's what I could think. I think could happen. Maybe CM Punk comes back. Maybe Punk's the fifth man. Who knows? Maybe we get Punk and Orton in the same night. I don't know. I highly doubt it. They would have to come out during different points. Imagine that ending. CM Punk and, like, Randy Orton coming back. And, like, a cash-in. Imagine all that going down. I feel like Survivor Series should have what Royal Rumble did this year. Like, just have that really good ending where it's like you're talking about it for weeks and weeks and weeks. Like, remember how good Royal Rumble was? That ending was this year? Do something like that in Survivor Series. Whether it be a CM Punk return, or a Randy Orton comeback, or a Damian Priest cash in or something, or someone turns heel, something like that, Have something like that go down in Survivor Series where, Hey, Tessa. I think she's trying to teach them how to use the litter box. But, we'll see what happens in the coming weeks. I'm excited for Survivor Series. Survivor Series next to WrestleMania is my favorite pay-per-view of the year. So, okay, Royal Rumble and Survivor Series are a close second. But I can't wait. I'm excited. We'll see what happens, and I'll have my full predictions in the coming weeks. Probably going to be on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, so I'm going to be busy that week. So, that'll be fun. Like I said before, please hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Hit that notification bell. Hit that like button. And if you are already subscribed to me, and you haven't followed me on Twitter yet, please do. At Dessa_Mania is where you can find me. And if you aren't a subscriber, please consider subscribing and following me on Twitter. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you guys later. By the way, before I go, I did a review for Brock Lesnar's DVD last night, so if you guys want to go check that out on my DVD playlist or just up on my channel, you can go check that out, because I do have some playlists that are public that I've made. If you want to go check those out, please do. And feel free to comment down below. If the comments are disabled, I will fix them, and you guys can comment then. But most of my videos, for the most part, have comments if you would like to comment. Just trying to get some traffic on my channel. But Survivor Series is looking pretty good so far. If they can just build up Zoe Stark and The Miz to have believable matches at Survivor Series against Rhea and Gunther, that'll be good. War Games, we know, is going to be freaking awesome. It's so cool that Cody's in it. Like, that's Dusty's match, guys. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.